Another day, another tier list. Today I'm going to be ranking how strong every character has been historically. So essentially just who is the strongest character of all time. I think we have an idea of who it might be, but just comparing characters at their strongest. Let's get into the tier list before we do. I'm Guy with a Mustache. I'm currently ranked 593. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for watching the videos. And please watch my videos that aren't tier list. Please, please, please. They're pretty good. I swear they're really good. But I mean, that's about it. Let's just get straight into the tier list. Future Mustache here. I accidentally put Abrams in the wrong tier. I forgot a funny little interaction that Abrams once had. It was a bug, and it was with Split Shot and Express Shot. I'm sure you guys saw a clip. I've been looking for a very long time, looking for a clip, and I can't find it. I've just been editing for a little while now, and I cannot find a clip, but I found essentially the interaction. This guy has Express Shot plus Lucky Shot. Shout out to CD Varus for the gameplay here. And it's that 650 damage burst, but that was like ×5 because it procced for each split shot, right? So it was a very, very broken interaction, hence why Infernus, or Abrams rather, I don't know why the hell I just said Infernus, is going up into the GOAT tier. The most broken characters of all time, game-breaking bugs, game-breaking characters tier. Abrams has historically always been strong, but never like broken. Right now, he feels really impressive. He's really good, but he is nowhere close to as broken as some of these other release characters. And yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say about Abrams. Next up, we're gonna talk about Apollo. Apollo, once again, his release was pretty strong, but I mean, some of these other characters we're going to look at were pretty broken. Just not allowed. Not allowed, right? Bebop has always been fine, right? Bebop has never really ever touched high tier. Like, they've never made his hook utterly broken. His bombs were pretty good at one point. His gun was pretty good at one point. Right now, uppercut's really good. They don't really know the direction that they want to go in Bebop, so he has never really been crazy broken. Billy has slowly been getting power creep. Billy is a lot stronger in these later game metas, but not the ones that go too late. Billy has been very high priority in Night Shift for a very long time now. Just a very strong character. Calico's another one that's just fine. Like, she feels unfair sometimes when you're playing against her when she's strong, but I mean, dude, there's just nothing else I gotta say. Celeste, one of the only characters to be 6 or 7x banned in Night Shift. Just, I mean, is there any word other for that than broken? I think it's pretty funny that I don't have Billy in the GOAT tier. Just putting that out there. Doorman, once again, another one of these characters. You were able to earn with Door for how long? It was like 6 months, not 8 months, maybe. I don't know. It was from like August to recently. Very historically broken character. Drifter on release was pretty weak, and then they buffed the fuck out of him so that his bullets did insane damage, and he was very broken. What I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and find videos of around these characters released and what I'm talking about, and put them over top of me talking. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe not. Okay, Dynamo. Dynamo's another one. Like, I want to put him into the broken category, but I don't know if I can. We will re-look at it once the tier list is over. For now, I'm going to put him into strong. Really early on, people were really bad at countering Dynamo ult. Like, really bad at countering Dynamo ult. And it was also, there were so many tight spaces that it was really easy to just pop Dynamo ult and get 5. I mean, old school Dynamo, 4 lanes, like, just a very strong character. Graves has been fine the entire time that she's been out. Maybe even D tier, right? Like, she's fine right now. She's never really been that great. I'm going to put her into D tier. There was one patch where Grey Talon was really strong. I remember it. I don't know if you guys do, but arrows did an insane amount of damage, and they had to nerf it very quickly. Just a pretty historic moment was when Grey Talon was broken, if you guys remember. Haze into the broken tier. Before the curse nerfs, just curse capacitor support Haze was utterly broken. Just being able to solo kill somebody in their jungle at like 22 minutes is not that fair, especially when you're down like 5k on them and they're just not allowed to play the video game. It's still in the game, but just the curse changes make Haze a little bit weaker now. Holiday might be no, she can't go into the goats tier. Holiday was broken for a while. Barrels used to knock up for 1 second, a full second, just utterly BS, right? Lasso used to be longer. Crackshot used to hit for more. Her bullet scaling used to be insane. Just very, very, very good. Infernus is going into Goat's tier. Infernus at one point had infinite run. So when they first added charges to Flame Dash, yes, they added charges to Flame Dash. They didn't originally have charges. If you bought Superior Duration and then Arcane Surge and Cooldown, this is before Transcendent Cooldown was in the game, you could dash jump after your Flame Dash, and your next Flame Dash would be off cooldown if you had Rapid Recharge, right? Just utterly, utterly broken, unkillable demon, genuinely. And this has nothing to do with the fact that he's Ixion. Ivy's been fine the entire time. There was like a Gun Ivy meta where she was really good. When Lightning Scroll first got added, she was pretty strong, but never like a crazy game-breaking character. Kelvin's going right up here with Celeste, the other character banned 7 times in Night Shift, right? Kelvin historically has just always been really good. His dome used to do so much more than what it does now. And especially when you're in like a Victor or Mo and Krill or Shiv meta, which right now we're in Shiv. Kelvin still doesn't really get played. But whenever you're in this like big drain tanky meta where you just kind of put people into a pit and they're forced to fight your tank, Kelvin is really good. Also really good with Infernus, right? Geist has never really been that good. Double Bomb was never really good. The suck build was fun when it came out, but never that broken, right? And I'm just gonna say the same thing with Lash, right? Back in the day, Flog used to heal so much, right? Yeah, Flog maxing was like 100% meta. You used to build like Tank Lash because of it. I remember that meta. I think Deathy even made a video on it, like Colossus Tank Lash built going Flog max. Like arguably that was broken, but also all of the other characters in the game were also healing for insane amounts. Napalm used to give like 50% spirit lifesteal, just like insane things. So I don't think Foglash was that broken in comparison. McGinnis turrets, on the other hand, were broken. People did not know how to deal with them. And this is just like an utter skill issue. But McGinnis used to just set up an army of turrets in mid boss and kill it at like 15 minutes and your team would just lose. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Mina might go into the goats tier, honestly. No, I can't. I can't. The goats tier is like restricted for some characters, right? There are a few that I have in mind that just have to go in there, and Mina is not one of them. Mina at one point just shred objective, shred mid boss. Her ult did so much and consistently proc Spirit Burn to the point where they had to nerf Spirit Burn because of Mina, right? Just utterly broken split pusher, and now she is kind of like more of an early game fighter, which I think is a better position for Mina. Definitely stronger. She scales pretty hard now too, so they definitely went and fixed her and turned her into a demon, but that is okay. Is next up we have Mirage. And Mirage, I'm just gonna put into the strong lane. There are metas where Mirage is like arguably broken, and Mirage is when he's strong in a meta is definitely an S plus tier character, but never would I say has he been broken. Just his kit can't fundamentally feel broken. He's just I don't know. He's a very fair character if that makes sense. I mean, Mo's just always been fine. He's just a big man, guys. He's just hanging out. He's just hanging out with his boy, and they're just doing their thing. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing as Mirage's page. Like she is an S plus tier character, but she is not like game breaking, if that makes sense. All of these characters have had game breaking interactions, or just like when you see one on the other team, you're like regretting your life. These characters are not that and have never been that, right? And then Paradox is the same, right? Paradox is consistently strong, but never has she really been broken. Okay, I take that back. Paradox has always been broken. I She's really, really strong to the point where she's broken. Like, her kit fundamentally is too strong. Personally, I believe. Pocket, going straight into the strong tier, a very, very good fundamental character. A lot of burst damage. Affliction was really, really strong at one point, but just never really a meta altering character, right? Next up, we have Rem. Rem's just been fine since his release, right? Like, he has a pretty low win rate in Eternus, but people just really aren't playing him to his fullest potential. He has a pretty strong ultimate. Helpers are pretty sick, but I mean, I think I just got to put him in the fine tier. Now, do we have some bangers, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at these. 7 is fundamentally a GOAT, right? Let's look at 7's kit and explain why he goes into this tier, or not even his kit. 7, for months, no matter how much they changed him, had a 56 to 60% win rate. Like, genuinely just an insane win rate. No matter how much they changed the character and how much they did to him, it just did not matter. He would always have a strong win rate. And the way that they found to nerf 7 was to just make the meta quicker so that he couldn't farm the entire map and then show up and win the game. And now that the meta is slow again, guys, guess what? 7 strong again, right? So once the meta is slow, 7 just naturally creeps up in the win rate. Now, let's talk about the OG broken character. Shiv on release. Knives did like 150 tick damage. He had like 4 of them base. That's not true. I'm lying. That's just a lie. But Dash did like 300 damage base. This is true. That is the truth. And his second, you know how his max upgrade is when he dashes through people, it gets the CDR? That was his second point upgrade. So you just put 2 points into dash, and your dash was on like a 4-second cooldown in lane, doing 150 damage with rage, or 150 extra damage with rage. And then on top of it, rage was farmable off minions and camps. At one point, Shiv generated more rage from camps than he generates from players right now. He generated more rage from camps than he generates from players right now. Just insane. Insanely broken character. Probably the top. I'm putting Shiv at the top. He's my GOAT, right? Next up, Silver. In comparison to these other characters, Silver is fair, right? These are things that had to get nerfed by seconds or hundreds of damage, and Silver just isn't in that tier, right? This had to get nerfed by 10 seconds or 8 seconds on the dash cooldown in between charges, and like Shiv had to lose like 500 damage in his base kit. Just an insane amount. I don't know how they thought this character was fair. I don't know. But Silver, in comparison, she's just broken. Like, release Silver in comparison to release Shiv or day one dash Infernus, just entirely fair. Entirely fair. Sinclair's always just been like a strong character. When people figured out that you can't parry and bunny, people were like, "Oh my god, this is the most broken thing ever created." Just Echo Shard bunny and just buy all the melee items, and then everybody dies. But I mean, it's just like whatever. Sinclair has always been relatively balanced. There was one meta where arguably he could have went up to broken. They buildings used to have an insane amount of spirit resist and like no bullet resist, but they took away the spirit resist and gave them like scaling HP from the start of the game. So that meta, Sinclair was really strong because Vexing Bolt, Rapid Recharge Rush with like improved spirit could just split push walkers at like 7 minutes. Even with nearby defender resistance, like just insanely strong on objective specifically, but never was he like gameplay warping. Like, even if you got the 7-minute walker, you could still easily lose the game, right? Hence why he's going into the strong tier, and Venator is going to go right next to him, right? Venator right now, the melee build's cool. Wait. I can't. Dude, I can't. I forgot. I forgot about the fucking one-shot bug when he released. He has to be in GOAT tier, right? Like, he just had a one-shot bug on his ult. He could one-shot 3 people late game when he had 10,000 less dollars than them. And they had max bullet resist. Just insane. Insane interaction from the Venator. And another GOAT tier. We're getting bangers after bangers here, right? Venator and Victor, right? Victor was the genuine unkillable demon. Like I said it about Infernus, like Victor was actually unkillable when he released. I mean, I don't know what they changed. Spirit resistance used to work for his self damage, so that was pretty insane. And then just, I believe it was like 1 max into 2 max. I don't know. I didn't play a lot of Victor. I didn't like abusing broken characters, but they just had to nerf the fuck out of him. Genuinely unkillable. People found a very, very broken build very, very quickly. And yeah, I mean, Victor was just really, really broken on release. Vindicta has just always been fine. I can't think of a single meta where Vindicta's been broken. The only time that Vindicta is good is when good players are playing her, and is that really like a metric for rating a character? She's always just been alright. Gun Viscous meta, I'm putting into broken tier. Gun Viscous meta was so unfun, bro. Oh my god. And then there's like the express shot meta. That shit was annoying. They had the rework express shot because of Viscous. I mean, back in the day, ball build when they added duration and expansion scaling with ball. Yes, your ball used to just be an ability, not anything like it couldn't scale with duration or expansion for some reason. Essentially, Viscous got pretty good for players that knew how to play Viscous, but was not that good for other players. But I mean, just the gun build that was broken recently. Maybe it's not Viscous being broken. Maybe that was gun items being broken. But yeah, I mean, Viscous goes into broken tier. And our next goat. These V characters are notorious for being broken on release. Viper had 300 DPS
Oh, I think he's a little less
on
punishing now
release
too with the base gun.
just from her gun, right? She would just slide and one shot the enemy. You could not play in lane against her. And then split shot was a 12-second cooldown. Like, just holy shit. Very broken. Absolutely insane. Warden's arguably just in strong tier. They've done a lot of changes to Warden over the years. And I say years, right? Kind of crazy that it is years. Warden, at one point, his ult gave him unstoppable during casting. At one point, it got reduced down to like a 20-second cooldown if it got canceled. But I mean, just the recent gun meta with the Viscous, he was really strong. I prefer Spirit Warden, right? The kind of just playing a giant drain tank that only fights when he has ult. But I mean, he's fine where he's at right now. I'm not complaining or anything. I definitely am complaining, but it's okay. Warden was never really, really that broken. Some same as like Mirage. Sometimes he's been S plus tier, but never like was like debilitating to the player base. And very similar to Wraith. Wraith has just always been like a strong split pusher side laner. Sometimes she used to be like a very mid game carry, and then that role kind of got replaced and taken over by Haze, and now she's more of this like late game hyper carry, but that role is taken over by Seven. So right now she doesn't really have an identity, but her ult used to just be hard CC instead of what it does now. I mean, just a lot of broken metas in the history of this game, and Wraith never really dominated them. There were times where she was just like pretty good because she was just always on the opposite of the map. Like in 4 lane, she was just a better character because you could split push so much easier. But so was every other M1 and every other dueler, right? Like Shiv was really strong in 4 lanes because if you ever got marked on the side lane, you could just 1v2 and then your team would push everything else, right, on the opposite side of the map. But never really that good in terms of Wraith. Yamato was broken. Yamato's ult used to make her immortal, And then once they took that away, they spent months trying to find the right numbers of spirit resistance, of duration extension on the ult, on bonus speed for your 1/, whatever. Just they spent so much time trying to figure out what to do with Yamato, and they figured it out. They figured out that they do not want her to be good. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Once again, thank you guys for all the love. Hopefully, I can get through and put some clips of all of the broken characters in their broken states. If not, I might go through and put clips of all of the characters just in general. If not, I'm not doing that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to do that, but hopefully I do. Hopefully I do. Anyway, that's been about it from me. Peace.